him being rude. It's him having an illness, and he's not able to control the way he's acting, so I wouldn't blame him for acting a certain way if he's being mean, so.
To other people going through the same sort of thing, I would just say that to remember that you're not alone, and that there's resources out there that you can try and get help, and there's always the internet that you can reach out and reach out to other people all over the world.
Do you think there's anything that outside people could do to help us?
Well, they could try to reach out to us and say hi and tell us that there's other people like him.
Oh, they get left behind. There's too many hoops to jump through. There's too many hoops for me to jump through. And if you're alone and you're sick, or you have PTSD, some other injury, illness from the war, then you're gonna fall between the cracks because there's no one that's gonna help you. And the best thing to do is get off the couch, get out of the hole you're in, reach out and find somebody, me, anybody, to contact, because there's so many of them being left behind. And had I done that, left my husband, I don't blame anyone that has issues and had to leave. I completely understand. It's a rough road. But the best thing you can do is ask for some help. Kick and scream. Don't go down quiet. Kick and scream. Make people listen to you. What helped Jerry the most from the isolation was the service dog. Holly helped him get out of that hole. Because when you look at these men and they don't have an evident injury that someone can see, people have a hard time understanding. Once they have a service dog, then they understand. People go, okay, he has a service dog. I can see he's not blind. He has an injury you can't see. And that makes them feel better. That makes them feel like, okay, everybody may get pissed off at me. A lot of people may get mad at me, but it doesn't matter who walks out on me because that dog is always going to be there. That dog will never run away. And I know that helped Jerry because sometimes they get to where you cannot stand to be around them. It's too much for you to take. And so when we do step away and give him a moment, because he needs that moment, he doesn't feel completely isolated because he has Holly. A service dog will make a difference if you have PTSD. It will enable you to have some sort of freedom to be able to step outside the house, have some type of comfort, some type of security, and it does make a difference. Get a dog, get off the couch, try to find someone that will listen. There's 22 a day in suicides. We don't need any more. This has got to stop. The VA has got to help us. We can't do this by ourselves. I mean, we're going down scratching and screaming, and that's the only way we're going out because we're tired of being quiet. It got us nowhere. And we're gonna kick and scream until someone listens and someone helps my husband, my family, because this doesn't just affect him and myself, it has affected my children. My children have had to grow up. I'm sure that my daughter probably does not remember her father prior to PTSD and before his illnesses. And it's pretty taxing on the whole family. And you lose friends, you lose family members because they don't understand. And there's a lot of people that will bail on you. But if you can get someone to stick around, a service dog, a friend, a battle buddy, hell, a stranger on the internet will sometimes help you out of the situation just by talking to you. But if there is a slim chance you haven't seen your neighbors in a few days and they're military, you might want to step over and say, hey, would you like to have a cup of coffee? Would you like to get out and go have lunch? Something. But reach out to a soldier, a veteran, you know what? Or even a caregiver. Or one of their children. It would make a huge difference.
No, just in the fact that Cissie was right in saying that it was once the family saw me as sick and not just a mean guy, that's what really helped me, because I wouldn't even want to come home, because I know the snarls on their faces as soon as I walk in the door, like, oh crap, here's this guy, you know, and they would snarl, then I'd snarl, and automatically we're at each other's throats, the whole family. But when I could walk in and see a face of compassion instead of anger, man, that made a huge difference. Huge difference. Then I knew I had support, that they were there for me, that she wasn't going to run out. I just feel sorry for everybody that didn't have anybody.